My boyfriend of 8 years told me on my 30th birthday that he didn't see me as his future wife anymore. I moved out to a friend's house that same night. A year and a half later I ran into his new girlfriend at the salon crying to the hairstylist because he was hitting her. 4 months ago I shot Mariana's wedding at a hacienda outside Mexico City. Mariana is the woman my ex-boyfriend Beto dated a year and a half after he broke up with me. I met her at a salon in my neighborhood when she was crying to a hairstylist I knew. I helped her get out of her relationship with Beto. 3 years later she got married to a man she introduced me to at a cafe on the south side and that I approved of without being asked. Quick pause. If you're the type of person who reads these at 2 a.m. instead of sleeping, you're my people. Subscribe and like so we can keep feeding this addiction together. Okay, back to the story. The wedding was small, 120 guests, and I charged her half my rate. I told Mariana, in a planning meeting 2 weeks before, this one's on the house, but the house isn't charging either. Mariana laughed. When I delivered the album 2 weeks ago, Mariana cried again, this time in my studio, and she told me, Vale, thank you for all the times. Let me back up. My name is Valeria. I'm 32. Wedding photographer. I studied communications at a private university here, image specialization. I live alone with 2 adopted dogs, Lola and Frida, in an apartment in an old building in a leafy neighborhood near the center of Mexico City. The building is from the 30s, big windows, wood floors, and old neighbors who ask me about the dogs when I go down to the laundry room. I have my studio 5 blocks south, on a quiet street, in a space I've been renting for a year and a half. My mom Barbara lives on the south side, separated from my dad 12 years. My dad lives in Querétaro with his new wife. My ex-boyfriend is named Roberto Mendoza. Everyone calls him Beto. He's 35. Entrepreneur, owner of 3 coffee shops on the central side of the city when I met him, 2 when he left me, 1 as we speak. He studied business at a private university. I met him at a friend's wedding when I was 22 and he was 25. We dated 8 years. Lived together the last 4 in his apartment. I helped him open the first 2 coffee shops. The second one we decorated together. I picked the colors, he picked the menu. I'm going to tell a dozen things, because if I don't, this sounds small and it wasn't small. 2 years into dating I told Beto I wanted to open my own photography studio. I was 24. Beto told me, Vale, just stay freelance. Don't get into rent, don't get into employees. If it goes bad you get stuck. I listened to him. I stayed freelance the next 5 years. 3 years and Beto opened his second coffee shop. I helped with the design, did the brand book, designed the visual menu. He didn't pay me. Beto told me at the opening, Vale, without you this place doesn't look like it looks. He said it to his friends with a drink in his hand. A week later at a dinner with his friends he said, laughing, Vale's the photographer, I'm the businessman. His friends laughed. I told him, Beto, I'm in the business too. Beto said, Vale, it was a joke. For years and I started making more than him in a year off a big corporate client, a tequila brand that hired me for a calendar and 3 image campaigns a year. Beto found out from Romina, my best friend, at a dinner. Beto told me in the car on the way back, Vale, applause, He didn't bring it up again for 6 months. The intimacy cooled. 5 years and I tried to bring up the studio again. I told him, Beto, I have money saved to open a place in this part of the city. Beto said, Vale, it's not the moment yet. I asked which moment. He said, when we have our own house and we're married, you'll see. 6 years and we talked about marriage for the first time. Beto told me, Vale, I'm not into a big wedding, are you? I said, I want something small, in the country, 30 people. Beto told me, that we can do. I asked when. He said, soon. A year passed. I asked again. He said, soon. Another year passed. I asked on my 29th birthday. Beto told me, Vale, don't put pressure on me. 8 years and he took me to dinner at a place downtown for my 30th birthday. Romina had sent me flowers in the morning. My mom called at 2. Beto picked me up at 9. In the car he told me, Vale, I want to talk to you seriously tonight. I thought it was the proposal. We'd been together 8 years. They sat us at a table in the back of the room. Beto ordered mezcal. I ordered white wine. When the drinks arrived, Beto told me, Vale, I've been thinking about it a lot. I don't see you as my future wife anymore. I don't see myself having children with you. I want us to end on good terms before this gets harder. I didn't reply. I told the waiter, could you bring me the check, please? The waiter walked off. Beto told me, Vale, hold on, we can have dinner and talk. I told him, Beto, I'm not having dinner with you. I paid the check myself. I walked out. I called Romina from the street. I said, Romy, can I sleep at your place tonight? Romina said, Vale, I'm coming for you. Romina got to Beto's apartment 40 minutes later in an Uber. I had 2 suitcases packed already with the urgent stuff. Romina helped me carry. The 2 of us got Lola and Frida into the Uber. Romina paid the ride to her place. That night I slept on her couch with both dogs. I poured myself 2 glasses of water and didn't cry until 5 in the morning. Beto called me 14 times between 11 at night and 2 in the morning. Romina told me, block him. I blocked him on WhatsApp and on iMessage. I didn't block Instagram. 3 days later he posted a story with his friends with a victim face. I blocked him on Instagram too. 6 months in I signed the lease on the studio space. 8 months in I opened a studio Ortega Bodas. 12 months in I had 23 weddings booked. Romina lent me payroll the first 3 months. I paid her back with interest at the 6th month. A year and a half in, I walked into Olga's, a salon 2 blocks from my studio, for a haircut from Lucia, the owner. Lucia had styled hair for several of my wedding shoots. I sent her clients, she sent me clients. That afternoon I got there at 5. Lucia sat me down. In the wash chair, 2 heads down, there was a girl with long hair and a pink sweater crying quietly while the assistant rinsed her. Lucia told me, Vale, give me a minute, I'll be back. Lucia walked over to the girl in the pink sweater, leaned to her ear, and said something. The girl nodded. Lucia told me afterward, in my chair, in a low voice, Vale, that one over there is the girlfriend of a guy from around here. She's been coming to cry before her cuts for 2 months. Today was different, she showed me her arm. I asked, who's the guy? Lucia said the name. I said, Lucia, give me her number. Lucia said, Vale, do you know him? I said, I dated him 8 years. Lucia closed her eyes for a second. She told me, I'll pass you her number, but I'm telling her first. Mariana called me the next morning. I told her who I was. Mariana cried for 10 minutes. I said, Mariana, I have an attorney. I'll introduce you. Mariana said, Vale, do you believe me? I told her, Mariana, I knew the guy before you did. Mariana left him 5 weeks later. She walked out on a Friday with a suitcase and a small dog while Beto was at one of his coffee shops. She stayed 3 months at her mom's house. My attorney handled the case. Mariana didn't press charges, but the attorney's note in her phone helped her not respond when Beto called her 30 times. Beto's 2 coffee shops closed over the next 8 months. The one half a block from my studio closed first. The other one closed after. He kept the smallest one nearby, where I sometimes see him from the sidewalk of my studio if I walk past. A year after Mariana left him, Beto sent me a LinkedIn message. It said, Vale, I know you have 1,000 reasons not to reply. But I wanted you to know I'm doing better. I'm in therapy. If you can ever take a message from me, I'm here. I didn't reply. I blocked the LinkedIn too. Mariana got married 4 months ago. The groom is named Diego. Mariana introduced him to me 2 years ago at a cafe on the south side. I told Mariana at the end of the date, in her car, Mari, this one yes. Mariana laughed. Diego is an engineer, lives on the south side, has 2 nieces, his mom is widowed like mine, and he doesn't drink much. Mariana asked me to shoot the wedding. I covered the whole day, from morning through 4 in the afternoon the next day. The first dance I shot from the floor, lying down, with a wide-angle lens, looking up at Mariana laughing. Diego doesn't look like anything that looks like Beto. That was part of the work, showing the guests that Mariana was with someone who doesn't look like anything that looks like Beto. My own 32nd birthday I spent last month in my studio with Romina, Lucia, Mariana, Diego, Lola and Frida. Mariana brought the cake. Lucia brought the wine. Romina brought lasagna. Diego brought candles. We sang Mananitas at 11 at night. Lola ate a cookie and threw up on the floor. Mariana cleaned it up. I shoot weddings every Saturday. I've been doing it full-time for 4 years. I've shot 187 weddings in Mexico City and nearby states. None of the 187 was me. The one that was supposed to be was at a downtown restaurant on a 30th birthday where they didn't give me time to order the cake. The only thing that got photographed that night was the check I paid. Beto thinks he lost his girlfriend. The 4 women who were at my birthday last month, all of us brought her.